You know, today's FinTech event, which I hope is going to be an annual occurrence, there were two parts to it, which is often forgotten. One is you had the British FinTech companies as a delegation coming here to India, looking to expand their businesses, looking to invest into India, which just shows you how important India is to British FinTech companies, to exporters from the United Kingdom. The other half of the equation was the Indian companies, the Indian FinTech companies in the room, the innovators, who are inventing things, creating intellectual property. And the message to them from the United Kingdom in this event was, think beyond the borders of just India alone. Don't just serve the Indian market. Be a global Indian. Serve the global market. And the best place, if you're in FinTech, from which to go global is the United Kingdom. So there's a complementarity of messages. There is a natural synergy between the two countries. There is a comfort, you know, if you go into the other room where everyone now is talking to each other and they're mixing, there is a natural bond, there's a natural understanding, there is almost an instant friendship amongst people. We speak the same language, we pretty much have the same culture, to be honest. So it feels at home. Now, I being British Indian, 100% British, 100% Indian, and there's no conflict. And I think that on a global scale with FinTech just exemplifies why India was the very first trip for the Chancellor after Article 50 was triggered by the Prime Minister, because the Indian market is such a natural fit for Britain. So let me tell you a bit about my role within the Department of International Trade. Within that, there is the Global Entrepreneur Program, which has a group of business people who continue running their businesses, people such as me who are in hedge funds, private equity. And as a deal maker, my role for the government is to look for these outstanding technology companies, outstanding entrepreneurial talents, and help them set up their global businesses from the United Kingdom, help them do the deals to set that up. And by deals, I mean whether it's contracts or capital. Deals for contracts or deals for capital from the United Kingdom, so they become British companies, become global, sell around the world, have the British brand, the British ease of doing business, tap into British talent out of there, and most importantly, become global businesses. So that's the role of the Global Entrepreneur Program within the Department of International Trade, and the role of what us deal makers do. In a way, we are part non-exec directors almost in these companies, and do all the things a non-exec director does, like open doors, strategic advice, mentoring. And we're part private equity fund managers. We help them with investments, we advise them whether a deal is good, which areas they should focus on, everything to help them become global businesses. The only rule we have is we want the best and the brightest. Who doesn't? So we want the best and the brightest entrepreneurs, we want the best intellectual property, and we want those companies to be great British companies of Indian origin, continuing their operations in India, but then also having operations all around the world is what we want. We want the next Tata, basically, want the next Reliance, want the next ICICI, given that we're talking about financial technology. That's what we want. I tell you why this FinTech conference was ideal for UK India. It's because we're able to convene, thanks to the Chancellor being here, a room full of FinTech entrepreneurs in every aspect of FinTech, from payment processing to blockchain to Bitcoin to security to identity. So FinTech's a big word. And having all those Indian entrepreneurs in the room, having all that British delegation which came with the Chancellor, meant the British companies could network with their counterparts here, and vice versa, so the Indian companies could see how to make a success of their FinTech businesses from people in the United Kingdom who've done it, and the British companies could see how to enter and grow in the Indian market from the Indian companies that are doing it. So it's beneficial to India because its entrepreneurs get an insight into becoming FinTech global entrepreneurs. It's beneficial to the United Kingdom because we get to see how to grow and access an open market like India. It's an open, free market, just like Britain is. So we both benefit from that cross-border trade. And 300 years ago, it would have been people coming on boats probably. Now they come on planes with a chancellor, but it's the same principle. It is trade which creates wealth, which bolsters democracy. It's as simple as that. It's quite important what entrepreneurs do. It is more than just trying to make money. What they're doing through free market economics. And remember, that's one of the reasons India and Britain get on so well. By having a free market economy, the largest democracy in the world, and by far the largest democracy in this part of the world, we're bolstering each other's values, which again, we share. And that's very easily overlooked. What we have in common is unusual amongst Asian nations and the United Kingdom.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure.